What's up, guys? My name's Owen, and welcome back to the Ben Fender podcast. And in this one, I will be reviewing the final race of the first round of the playoffs, and it was the Bristol night race. So before the race started, there was only one driver who had advanced on points, and that was Christopher Bell. And then starting on the front row was Alex Almirola and Chase Briscoe. So, getting into the first stage, which was 125 laps, Almirola leads. Then, a little while into the run, Harrison Burton and J.J. Ely blow a tire at the exact same time and bring out the first caution of the race. Denny Hamlin wins the race off pit road. But Brad Keselowski takes the lead because he did not pit. Then, a little while later, Austin Cindric blows a tire, but manages to get to the pits. And that is the first playoff driver to have an issue today. Then, a couple laps later, Ryan Blaney blows a tire. And at the same time, Alex Almirola bumps the wall. And, well, he spins, makes contact with the wall to bring out the second caution of the race. And then, after that, Joey Logano had to pit twice since he had a loose wheel after his first stop. So that's 3 playoff drivers so far with problems. Ryan Blaney was having a lot of problems with his car today after his blown tire. I don't know how he managed to stay in this race. After that, Brad Keselowski ends up winning stage 1. And at the end of stage 1, there were 5 cars laps down. On to stage 2, which was, again, 125 laps. Chase Briscoe wins the race off pit road, but Chris Buescher leads the race since he did not pit at stage end. Then Harrison Burton blows a tire again, bringing out the third caution. And then Bubba Wallace seems to lose power steering. He ends up going off track. Then Ty Gibbs goes into the pit and they start looking under the hood. He eventually goes behind the wall and is eventually out of the race. Then Ryan Blaney ends up going behind the wall. Then Harrison Burton blows another tire, bringing out for the third time. And at the same time, Eric Jones spins to bring out the fourth caution. And third caution that has been caused by Harrison Burton. He was not having a good race. I think they put they were too aggressive on their strategies and the camber stuff, so I think that's what happened. All of his tires were just blowing like earlier than everyone else's. He was not in the best position after that. Then Kyle Busch wins the race off pit road. And then Martin Truex Jr. goes behind the wall and is out of the race. Then, a little while later, Denny Hamlin blows a tire, bringing out the 5th caution. So that is... I don't even know how many at this point. A lot of drivers had problems today. Then Christopher Bell leads and ends up winning stage 2. So at the end of this, there was 2 cars out, 3 cars off the track, and 7 cars laps down. Alright, for the third and final stage, it was 250 laps. Ross Chastain wins the race off pit road. And as of the start of stage 3, joining Christopher Bell in the next round is William Byron, Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, and Alex Bowman. They all advance on points. Then Christopher Bell leads the race. Ryan Blaney ends up coming back on the track, but he is 150 laps down. He's just coming in to clock laps, and I think if I'm not mistaken, he finished the race like almost 200 laps down or something. Then Kyle Busch hits the wall, bringing out the 6th caution. And it was determined he had an engine failure. And Kyle Busch is out of the race. And Kyle Busch is eliminated from the playoffs. Well, he wasn't eliminated at this point, but he ended up getting eliminated within the final 20 laps or so. Then a huge crash involving Daniel Suarez, Alex Bowman, Tyler Reddick, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Todd Gilliland, Austin Dillon, all caught up in just Bristol chaos. So that brings out the 7th caution, and Alex Bowman, Austin Dillon, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. are out of the race. And with that, Austin Dillon has been eliminated from the playoffs. After the restart, a little while later, Eric Jones got a flat tire, bringing out the 8th caution. And then Kyle Larson won the race off pit road. And then at this point, 3 more drivers clinched their spot in the next round. And that was Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, and Ross Chastain. So all 4 of the Hendrick cars clinched a spot in the next round. After that, Brad Keselowski took the lead. Then Joey Logano blows a tire, manages to get it to pit road, but Logano is out of the race. Then Brad Keselowski blows a tire, and then Alex Almirola just pulled his car into the pits and retires from this race. So he is out. Then Christopher Bell blows a tire, bringing out the 9th caution of the race. Then Chris Buescher wins the race off pit road. And then Kyle Larson kind of rubbed the wall and had very little contact with Christopher Bell there. And then it was just smooth sailing for Chris Buescher at the end there. And Buescher ends up winning the final race of the first round. So the top 5 were Chris Buescher, Chase Elliott, William Byron, Christopher Bell, and Kyle Larson. So after this race, this was the 19th different winner this year, which ties the record, I think. And this is also the 3rd non-playoff driver to win in these playoffs. And that is the first time the first round has been swept by non-playoff drivers. And at the end of this race, the 4 cars that are eliminated from these playoffs are Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, Austin Dillon, and Tyler Reddick. And then probably like 10 of the playoff drivers had problems today, which, it's Bristol. You're going to have problems, honestly. So, I am going to rate this race a solid 7.5 out of 10. It was honestly a classic Bristol race, and I loved it. But there was like one pass for the lead all race. It was kind of impossible to pass, like, for the lead. So, join me next week when I review the first race of the second round, which is at Texas. Also, please remember to like and subscribe, as well as go check out my other channels, one being my main channel of Fan Rantan, and one being a D&D channel where me and my friends play D&D. That channel is called Drunkards and Dumbasses. You can also find us under The Boundless Shores. So, go check those out, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.